Hey guys, Bree here. Okay, so I showed you guys the other day, I went to Pop Shelf, got a ton of stuff, including the Tabasco basket, as well as this cute little floral pick, this fall, with the color that I absolutely love. This one does have a pop of this teal eucalyptus green-ish color. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna put all of this together. I have my glue gun on. I have my heat press on because we're actually gonna do something with the heat press today. And I have a little banner here. Now, you could use the banner as like its own little surface, but I'm actually gonna cut it up and use it for scraps, okay? So I'll have extra twine and I'll have an extra dowel if I ever need it. I'll just put that aside in my little bin later. But you guys, feel free to comment the word fall below, F-A-L-L, and I will send you some info on all of the stuff we're using for today. Okay? Now, let me get this pulled up so I can say hi to you guys that are on. Hi, Charlotta. Hi, Barbara. Hey, Jack. Hi, Corrine. Hello. Barbara, doing good. We are doing well. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm going all the way across. That's why I chose the 9x12 option, you guys. And I'm just gonna cut a strip straight across the banner. I don't need this bottom part, so I'm probably actually just gonna start up here at the top. You know what would have been better is I have my other rotary, just kidding, I don't know where it's at. I thought I had my other rotary, like the other one, but it's not. So I'm just gonna cut the fabric across. I think these are my bad scissors. These, somebody used them to cut something and it like bent. So I had to open up get me another set of scissors. So see, these cut really easily. But the other one, I don't even know what they tried to cut, but they cut something. But, okay. Now, I want this to be about, let me see. I'm gonna go about 3 inches. And there's already a crease in it, so I'm just gonna cut at the crease, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the edges. And we're just gonna fray them up a little bit. The edges, I guess I really didn't need to cut the edges, but I wanted to pull the little frays off. Okay. Top and bottom, just kind of pull. Sometimes I just have to run my nail through it and then I can pull them up a little bit. Okay. So, hi Marcia. Oh, thank you for sprinkling, Florine. Thank you, Mary. You too. Hi, Vivian. Happy belated birthday. Hope you had a great day. All right. So I think that's good. I like that. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna paint it a little bit. I wanna paint the background just a tad bit because I wanna incorporate those 2 colors that I absolutely love right now, which is a Marvelous color and the Current Jam color. So this time I do have ink, okay? This one's brand new because I didn't have one of these available already. So this is the Marvelous, and this is pretty much the color of the pumpkin, okay? Super cute. Let me show you the pumpkin. It's like a mix between the pumpkin and Current Jam. So it's kind of in that color scheme. Here's the 2 colors we're using, right? And then here's the floral, right? So hopefully that kind of makes sense now. I almost tilted that upside down. All right, so for this one, I'm just gonna get my paintbrush. It already has some water on it. And I am going to grab some ink here. And I'm gonna move it around, like just make sure that I get my paintbrush kind of coated in it. I'm just gonna use the lid to do that. Okay, you could do a couple of things. You could just paint it straight, or you can put a pattern on it if you choose. So we're gonna do a little bit of both. We're just gonna test it out and see, right? So I have one of these patterns here, and I'm actually gonna paint. Instead of using my little squeegee, I'm gonna try and paint and see how it goes. And then we'll just brush up in a couple of areas. Right, so some areas could be a little bit darker. Some areas could be a little bit lighter. Some areas not really even touched much. But let's say I want a lot up here in this corner and maybe a lot like right here. Let's see if, yay. Okay. Okay, so see, it's not like a ton, but it kind of gives you an idea if you want a little bit of a pattern there. So if you want it to be, the pattern to be very bold and vibrant, you need to use, I would recommend using the squeegee instead. This is just going to get a little bit on there. So now I'm just gonna come on with, I probably should have done the paintbrush first, but I'm just gonna sweep over it just to get a little bit more color in the background. But you can still see the pattern, right? You can still see the pattern in there. You can choose whatever you want to do. That was just something new I wanted to try. And hey, it works. However you want to do them. Okay? All right. No, she doesn't start this year. She is out there watching Bluey. Are any of you guys familiar with Bluey? Oh look, Current Jam wasn't open either. So Current Jam is actually one of our colors for club this month. And I love it. I used to use Current Jam all the time. It's one of my favorite fall colors. Oops. Well, I just did that. Oh well. I accidentally dropped it on there, but you know. Oh well. Okay, so you guys, we have clubs. Like, so I'm going to use the club transfer. So this is an exclusive transfer. You can't get it unless you're a club member or designer. But we are actually going to take the word fair and turn it into the word fall. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit of placement tape. Okay, so I'll show you guys. Let's see, my kids are grown, don't have grandbabies yet. I am crafting on a banner, right? So we cut apart a banner. So we're gonna do the letters F-A. Okay, we're gonna leave those alone. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those down first. I'm gonna grab my mini squeegee. Okay, and I'm gonna get some of our Current Jam, and I'm gonna do the letters F and A. Carefully, without getting anything else. Now you could use a placement tape as well to kind of cover up the other areas so you don't accidentally get them. That is definitely something I recommend, especially if you just happen to swipe a little bit too far. It happens. All right, so we have the F and the A done. I am just going to try and hit this with a little bit of heat just to kind of dry it up so I don't pull up too much. But you guys feel free to type in the word fall, F-A-L-L. And I'll send you the details of everything else we used. Let me go ahead and clean this. let me clean it because I am gonna need to put some placement tape on it. So let me just clean that front and back real quick. Done. All right. So let's go ahead and give this a try. We are going to have to let me see. Do I want to use that one or this one? I'm gonna try and use the F. I wonder if I do this one. I could do the I. I could do the I first. All right, I'm gonna try it out. You could use the F, you could flip it backwards and try and use the F. Oh no, definitely sending prayers, Charlene. That's gotta be terrifying. So you could use the F, you could also use the I, which I'm gonna attempt to use the I. Okay? So what I did was I covered up just that inside piece of the I. Since this is the adhesive side, this is the side I wanna try and use. If you do use the F, you need to flip the transfer over. So that means you're actually gonna be chalking on the adhesive side. So you're really gonna have to hold it down in place to do that. Okay? So we're gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna do the I. And I got this idea from a friend of mine who did it this way, but I don't know if she used the F or the I. I think we did this back in February as well when we had the love. I think we spelled something else with it too. All right, so I have that part done, okay? Now I'm going to I'm just gonna use the bottom part of this. I've gotta figure this out. We're gonna tape off this side because we only want the L part. Oh, wrong way. Okay. So I taped that part off. I guess you could just do it with the L. It doesn't matter what you do. You could do it with the F. You have to turn it around anyway. All right. Let me see how far over we need to be. All right. So we are just going to chalk the opposite way. Check it out! It worked! Okay, and now we're gonna do that one more time. Now the cool thing about ink is it takes a while to dry, so you can use this multiple times, right, before you actually have to wash it. But what I would be careful for is now that you have ink on this side, really be careful for not setting it down, okay? So I'm not gonna set down the F, but I am going to try and get as close as I can for the I. So I'm just gonna push down the I. I'm holding this side here so it doesn't touch the surface. Okay, and you guys hit that heart button for me if you are excited that, or you just found out that you can use the opposite side. Right? Or if you would have thought about this and tried to do it backwards to create your own letters. Super cool. All right, so here we go. We're gonna flip this over again. carefully line that up, holding that down. Oh, that was my dryer. Just fell off its little holder. Okay. Yes! Okay, it worked. How awesome. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and clean this off. I'm gonna remove the placement tape real quick, throw the placement tape away, and I need my spray bottle real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean these. My heat press is on. I have it set to 250 because I am using fabric, or canvas in particular, because canvas tends to burn a little bit if you're not careful. Okay. Hi, Linda. Hi, Betty. All right, so I set that back on there. And let's clean this one off real quick. Again, we just clean front and back. So if you're new, this stuff is all reusable. You can reuse it like 8, 10, 12 times, sometimes more. And then it may start to lose its adhesiveness, and at that point it honestly just becomes a regular stencil with some silk screen in between it. So it's still a little bit better than regular stencils. But yeah. So we'll put that back on here. I like to lay all of mine flat. So once I get back once I get that back on there, I just like to lay them in some type of tub or a drawer, whatever you have. All right, let's close that up. Glue gun, battery died, of course. Let me swap out my battery. I was like, it was on. It's still warm. But we'll just turn that on, let that sit there for a second. Okay. We're gonna take this and we're gonna heat set it. So if you wanted to, you could definitely put this outside. If you spray, I would still spray it all down just so you don't get like discoloration on your florals. I'd spray it maybe with like some Scotch Guard or something. Or a UV resistant spray. But since this is ink, this isn't going to come off. You could potentially wash it if you absolutely needed to, but it's definitely gonna be safe. Okay, so I'm just going over this. It is at 250. I'm just kind of rubbing it around a little bit, maybe about 15 seconds or so. But this is completely dry now. It is not coming off at all. We are done with our heat press. Now, if you wanted to paint or spray your basket, you definitely could, which, let's kind of put it together and see if we need to make it a little darker or not. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to wrap it around kind of like that. I might make this a little bit smaller. Let's bring it in a little bit. Bring it in on the top and bottom. Okay. And then to get those frayed edges, again, all you do is just kind of find a little loose piece and pull. Okay. All right, so we made it just a little bit smaller there. Perfect. So that is what it will look like. Again, if you wanted to paint it, you definitely could. I have like the wax, the stain, the wax stain. You can use that. And on this thing, I'm actually just gonna bend this backwards and then I'm gonna try and bend it backwards. To the back. Okay, so I just bent that backwards. I'm just gonna put that in there. And that way I can just glue it from the back. Okay. Oh. It's still warming up. All right, let me put this back on here. And I guess I'll just, should we stain it? Hi, thank you. Yes, doing well. Oh, Desi, thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate it. Thank you. I am definitely doing much, much better. No, we don't know what we're having just yet. Hi, Lorraine. Okay, so while I'm waiting for my glue gun to still heat back up, because the battery died on me earlier, if you guys need to, if you check out, there's a link below. That link will include the club subscription for the month if you want that. That way you get like a project to your door every month. That is there. And also if you comment the word fall, you guys, I will send you where I got everything from, okay? Also, you guys, if you haven't signed up for the workshop, there are 2 days left to sign up for the workshop. Go ahead and comment the word fall and click supply list. There will be a join workshop option. And you click on it, it will give you more details and then you can join it. I sure do hope that you guys join us. Okay, we'll go ahead and stain it since I'm waiting. All right, I'm just gonna use the antique. Yeah, this is the antique art mine wax. And we're just gonna kind of give it a little coat. Okay. But yeah, anyways, I really hope you guys do join our workshop. We've had quite a few people join our workshop. I think we're up to like 13, 12 or 13 as of this morning. We get a few that join each day, so it is much appreciated. Even if you don't have time to do the workshop or join us for the workshop, you will still be given your supplies. And then, like I said, the money only goes towards the supplies. Every single cent of profit goes to the Maui Community Foundation. Okay, so I definitely would appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you. All right, so we are staining the outside of this while we're waiting for our glue gun to heat back up. And we are going to be using this, and we created our little fall sign. Now we did the fall sign with the club of the month transfer from the word fair. Yes, we did. All right. Almost done staining, and I've got to get the background of it done too. You guys, tomorrow we just might launch our August craft box. I'm hoping so. I'm just waiting on a few more things, so I just got to make sure we've got it all finalized and it fits everything that we need to, and in the price point, and yeah. But I'm excited because it's so cute. It is so cute. No, I don't have family there. But a friend of mine is from there, and she still has friends and family over there, and this is the foundation that I chose is one that was highly recommended by the locals. So that is what we are gonna go with. And you guys, if you ever need any of like the crafting supplies that I use, I have my Amazon list in my shop. Or if you go to Amazon and you go to like shops, you should be able to type in Spoiled by Brie on Amazon, and it'll have all of my like craft supplies that I use. So if you're ever not sure and you're like, oh, she probably got it from Amazon, it probably did. And it should be linked there. Who knew this took so long? Maybe I'm doing this the hard way. I could be. You know. I am just using a little foam brush. What do you guys think? I was probably painting off camera this whole time. Sorry. I wish we had a pop shelf here. Oh, I know. It's such a cute stuff. Ooh, maybe, you know what? If I get a chance, I'll go back. I'll grab some stuff and we could do like some giveaways. Oh, genius. Because there's a lot of people that didn't have a pop shelf. I was very, very surprised. Most of my mom's family is there, haven't been there since. Oh, yes. No problem. It just really, it just really doesn't sit so well like that. All that they're having to go through right now. I can't even imagine. I mean, my family, we've been through a house fire, we lost everything. We've been through Harvey, we lost everything again, and water. So you know what, at some point you just start to think like materialistic stuff is just, you learn it's not important at all. And the most important thing is, you know, that you have family and that everybody gets out okay. And unfortunately for some families, they're just unable to locate other family members, and I just can't imagine. So, you know, help when you can. Help when and where you can. So, that is what we're doing, okay? All right, so let me just give this a quick little dry. Yours would love that. Even maybe an auction. Oh yeah, Angela, that'd be good. You haven't heard from anyone yet, Corey? I sure hope somebody reaches out and lets me know if they're okay. After Hurricane Katrina, yeah. Fires are no joke. And then on top of that, all of the winds that they had, it's just too much. All right, so that is what we did. We went ahead and painted it, stained it. We're gonna go ahead and put in our basket here, our florals. I think I'm gonna try and glue it right. Let me get it where I need it first. Right there. So I'm gonna put a little dot down here, kind of get it started, and then we'll work our way this way. All right, so I'm gonna hold that down kind of in place. I'm just gluing it on the back side. Okay, look how cute. Okay, let me hold it down just a little bit longer. Make sure that it gets glued. Let me see. Thank you, I like the stain too, right? My dad has gone through 4 house fires. Oh man, my sister caused the second one. I caused the third one, and the last year, oh, wiring in the attic. You don't know about the first one though. Oh my goodness. Fires are just so scary. Okay. So now I'm gonna take this and we're going to glue that right up top. Okay, I think that looks good. Let me glue this side down before I move it. Now the glue is really hot and this is fabric, so just tap, tap, tap. I love it. Check it out. How cute is that? Okay, and then I've got a couple of these little hangers. I think these hangers will be perfect on the back. So these hangers I have on my cutout site, Spoiled by Brie Designs. And one piece, like the little block, is double-sided adhesive. So I like it because you just take off one side of the adhesive, place it on the back of this little house-looking thing, and then do the same thing for the second one. I usually use 2 for each project that I want to hang that's small enough to use these. We do have bigger hangers as well, but this works well for the small ones. Then you pull off that second piece of adhesive, okay? And we're gonna place it on the back. I'm just gonna press down there, and I'm gonna press down on the other. I'm gonna hold that down real quick. And then I'm gonna grab some twine. Okay, and this twine, I'm just gonna kind of loop it under And I'm gonna loop it under again because I can't get the other way. And then you tie. Let me try and go under. Let me try one more time. Oh, I think I got it. Come on. Sometimes you might have to do this before. You have to loop them before you do it, so that way you can get them. Got it. I'm just gonna wrap it around and knot it. Okay. And then I can cut off that extra. But now I have something to hang like that. Ta-da! How cute. And remember, we used the fair sign, but we used the I and then we flipped upside down and backwards on the F to create the L's. So if you're not in club, make sure you join club with us. It's only $21.99 a month. You get a transfer, you get a surface or some type of accessory, and you get 3 paste packets as well, including current jam. But yeah, 22 bucks a month. Why not? It's super fun. But anyways, there is a link below if you want to check out more about club, or just type in the word fall and I have more information that'll be sent to your messenger as far as where we got everything, where I got the banner, the colors I used as well, where I got the basket and the florals. Okay, so type in the word fall. But other than that, I hope you guys had fun. I'm glad that we decided to paint it. I think that looks great. Good job, Vivian, on suggesting to go ahead and paint it. So, all right, you guys. Well, we're gonna head out, and we gotta get going here in a little bit. Robert has bowling tonight, but we've got to go run over to the mall and get a few things done. So, have a great rest of your day. Don't forget, join our workshop, please. It won't be until September 9th. It'll be on a Saturday morning. But I hope that you will be able to join us, okay? All right, y'all. Take care. Bye, y'all.